If you don't know me, I'm CARO J, I'm a singer-songwriter, and I'm sharing my journey here on YouTube of DIYing myself a full album. And today and a couple of the next days are gonna be quite exciting because I took 3 days off from work, and in these 3 days I'm gonna finish up everything. Most of the songs have been like in a state of almost ready for a while now, and every time that I listen to them, I hear a couple of other things I want to change, and I go back into my DAW and change a few things. But you can continue doing that endlessly, basically, because every time you hear something, you can come up with something that could improve it. But like at some point, I really have to just finish and move on to the next album and other things that I want to do. So that's why I'm gonna be a little strict now, and I give every song like 1 to 1.5 hours, and after that it's done. Like, of course, not gonna be too rigid. I mean, it's not a strict deadline. I came up with it myself. So if there's something in one song that I still want to do after these 3 days, it's fine. But in principle, I want to like finish up everything in these 3 days. And for most songs, I think that's doable. There are 2 songs I'm a little worried about because I was still working on them quite intensively over the past couple of weeks. I kind of separated the songs of the album in 3 parts, so over the 3 days, mainly by musical vibe, because I thought it would be quite difficult to completely switch vibes like during one day. If I've been working like on a very intimate small ballad for an hour and then suddenly move on to a dance track, it's kind of hard to make that adjustment. And if you only have 1 hour, like 1 hour flies by, you don't want to like waste time having to completely get into a new vibe. So today I'm going to do all ballads, so ease into it. 5 songs in total, so most songs. The other days I have 4 songs per day. But the ballads are also really almost done. So let's get into it. Okay, so the first is done, favorite place to go. I'm exporting it right now. And I noticed that actually this one was really almost done. So after half an hour, I could have been ready. But because I had an hour, I just kept on tweaking things and changing things until it was actually 11 o'clock. So that's just why it's a very good idea that I kind of set a deadline for myself now that I'm gonna finish everything up in 3 days, because otherwise I just keep on going how long I have. And because I don't have a real deadline, this album would otherwise never finish. So it's a good idea that I'm doing this, even though it also feels quite stressful. Like, am I going to finish everything up in 3 days? But well, so far so good. This is my planning, as you can see. So far so good. I'm gonna have lunch now, but I wanted to show you what I'm planning to do. So today, as you can see, only ballads, favorite place to go, nightmare, and then after lunch, no rush, divergent, and let me in. So divergent and let me in I obviously already released, but I still want to reserve some time for them to see if I can make some changes and in the end do the album master as an album, so the mastering as an album, and then release remastered and revised versions of these songs in Pineapple Tales. And so tomorrow it's gonna be all the songs with a bigger sound. So What If, My City, My Home, Simple, and Drown 'Em. For My City, My Home and Simple, I reserved a little more time because they need a little more love. And on Wednesday I have more, I don't know, a laid back, chill, but still rhythmic, not ballad. So yeah, I'm gonna end with that. And here also 8 a.m. and Banana Milkshake have a little more time because I still have a lot to do for those. So I'm actually already done with the 3rd song and it's only 2 o'clock. So that means that I have half an hour left. So I think that I will just go on with the other 2 songs that I wanted to finish today. And maybe if I indeed have time left in the afternoon, I can still do some things that I was working on with Banana Milkshake that I didn't get to finish up this weekend, because I don't think an hour and a half will be long enough. Yeah, today was the easiest day. I already knew that from the beginning, but I thought mindset is like, I think, the most important thing and thing that can go wrong. Like if you have the wrong mindset and you don't like anything at all, and then you never think I'm finished because you hate everything. So I thought, let's start positive, and I'm happy that I did, because now I do feel like I'm in a good vibe. And knowing when you're ready with the song, or saying that, okay, now I'm ready, is also a skill in and of itself. And I really feel that having to finish up right now, and also finishing up multiple songs like in a row, like now there was 3 in a row, it makes it easier. For every song, I think it's easier to say, okay, because I'm already in the mode of finishing up and being content with what I have, and just exporting it and say I'm done. Yeah, so I'm happy that I'm doing it this way. So I am done for the day with 5 songs. Actually sooner than I expected to be done, so that is very nice. I took quite a long break in between because I was so much ahead of schedule, but then I was also kind of out of the flow. But it's fine. But I will remember that for tomorrow and the day after, that if I am ahead of schedule, that I will not take a longer break instead, but maybe then finish earlier. That's better, that I stay like in the flow. Yeah, but it's very nice that I have 5 of the 13 songs ready now. Well, I'm still kind of insecure to say ready because maybe I will like tomorrow listen back and still hear some mistakes. So again, I will not be like too strict with myself on this, that if I don't like anything that I can still change it. You know, it's a made up deadline. But I do feel really good about like actually finishing things up. So see you tomorrow for 4 other songs, and it's gonna be, I think, a little more difficult because the songs for tomorrow are a bigger sound, so like more can go wrong with that.